Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming to this really important and exciting announcement today here at RIDC Westmoreland. And I'd like to welcome you on behalf of RIDC. I'm Don Smith, the president of RIDC, to this great facility at RIDC Westmoreland, which is a great symbol for today's announcement, as well as the location of the announcement, because RIDC is all about partnerships, and this project's all about partnerships. And this site represents one of our biggest partnerships to date, where we partnered with Westmoreland County to take the former Sony plant and bring it back to life as a manufacturing, engineering, and industrial powerhouse in Westmoreland County's economy. And that partnership has been enormously fulfilling and rewarding. They're terrific partners here in Westmoreland County, and we thank them for their support. But today's project is also a story about new partnerships, and very exciting ones. Today we're announcing that we're going to partner with the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission, and RIDC to bring this PennSTART project to RIDC Westmoreland. Now, that's not the extent of the partnership, because it takes more than a village. It takes a region. It takes a commonwealth to pull these kinds of projects off. And we also have some great partners here today from Carnegie Mellon University, like so many of the projects that we pursue that turns technology into jobs and companies in our region. Carnegie Mellon's been a bedrock partner of ours for decades, and they're a critical partner in this venture here today as well. When you talk about Western PA, there are so many good things going on here. And this is a region that has transformed itself into a center of technology, innovation, job creation. Today's project is about that and a lot more. It's also about safety. It's about public services. But most of all, it is a tremendous symbol of the partnership between the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the individual regions, counties, communities, and organizations across the Commonwealth to improve the quality of life and the quality of our economy here in the region. So thank you again for coming to this important announcement. And it's my pleasure now to introduce Secretary Gramian from the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yassmin Gramian, PennDOT Secretary, and so excited to be here with all of you today. Thank you, Senator Ward, Senator Stefano, Representative Warren, Commissioner, my entire PennDOT team, and Pennsylvania Turnpike for your support, ongoing support of everything we do in the world of transportation and keeping it safe. I'm so excited to be here today to announce that PennDOT is partnering with the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission and the Regional Industrial Development Corporation on the planning and design for a new facility called PennSTART. Pennsylvania's Safety, Transportation, and Research Track, or PennSTART, will provide opportunities for the public sector, private sector, academic sector to collaborate and create economic opportunity, advance equitable access to transportation, and of course improve safety, and ultimately improve everyday life of the public. The number of people here and the organizations they represent show the importance of this facility to our partners in the transportation industry. The private sector and the academia are pushing the boundaries of all possibilities in transportation. We want to support them and facilitate advancement while considering safety for all users. Integrating technology and innovation are critical to safety, resiliency, and ultimately to our economy. We should plan proactively to support the growth of new ideas and to make sure that Pennsylvanians share in the benefits. The primary focus of this facility will be to address safety, training, and research to 6 key areas: traffic incident management, tolling and intelligent transportation system, work zones, commercial vehicles, transit vehicles, and autonomous vehicles and other emerging technologies. As we make advancement in highway safety and transportation technologies, we will ensure our employees, first responders, students, and researchers are all being informed and trained as needed. PennSTART will allow automated vehicle testing and development. It will also serve emergency responders and research institutions. PennSTART will provide access to innovative technologies for testing and education in a controlled environment, maintaining the guide rails to help those technologies unfold in ways that are safe and equitable. It won't just support the growing AV industry, it will provide opportunity for workforce development, benefiting the people who actually work on our roadways. I'm pleased to share that we are very close to a final agreement on this facility. When completed, it will be another example of public-private collaboration. This follows years of thoughtful development in traffic incident management and in autonomous vehicles. To that end, we have an autonomous vehicle policy task force, and past legislation established the highly automated vehicle advisory committee. We have 8 companies authorized to test their AVs in 56 counties in Pennsylvania. Companies submit notices of testing and a safety plan for PennDOT review prior to receiving authorization to test. We want to see a demonstrated safety culture and a high-level safety requirements at these companies. Our current law requires a person in the vehicle while testing occurs. To progress to a future deployments, we need legislative and policy changes to allow vehicle-only testing. This would create a pathway to the safe deployment of these vehicles. We are grateful for the work by our legislative partners on this issue, and we are hopeful that we will soon have an updated state law that keeps safety as its focus while helping this technology evolve. I thank everyone here for their past, present, and future collaboration and all your support. Together, we will help build a safer, more equitable transportation system. And now I will turn things over to Bob Taylor, Pennsylvania Turnpike Chief Technology Officer. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm excited to be here today to talk about this partnership between RIDC, PennDOT, and the Turnpike. I want to thank the Secretary for her leadership. I want to thank all the staff members at all 3 organizations for their efforts in making this partnership possible. I also want to thank the first responders who joined us here today. They're the real heroes. I'm also happy to be back where I grew up, not too far from here. So on my drive from Harrisburg today, I thought back. I'm going to show my age here. 35 years. I had fuller hair back then, maybe a little bit longer. I was driving a 79 Dodge. Now that Dodge had manual windows, AM radio, and it had semi air conditioning, let's put it that way. While I was driving that car, Carnegie Mellon was doing early research into autonomous vehicles, something that we thought was very futuristic, maybe not possible at the time. Here we are today. We see a growth in electric vehicles. We have connected vehicles on our road that we communicate to wirelessly, and we're seeing semi-autonomous vehicles as well as truck platooning on our roads. This facility will allow us to work with those technologies to explore ways to make our first responders, maintenance, and construction workers safer by communicating directly with these vehicles. We already communicate safety through dynamic message signs, through 511 PA, through apps like Waze and Google Maps. But what if we can communicate directly with the vehicle itself to alert of a crash, a work zone, or another safety incident? That would be a true game changer, and that's what this facility is all about. This facility also provides the opportunity to train our first responders. What we call Traffic Incident Management Training, or TIMS, is focused on how we make our responders safer while in harm's way. We need to address the fact that we've lost 156 Pennsylvania responders who have been struck and killed, 110 PennDOT and Turnpike workers who've been struck and killed. In the last 12 months alone, we've lost 5 first responders. That's too many. Pennsylvania has trained more than 30,000 responders on TIMS training, 60% of our responders. Our goal is to train 100%. We're leaders in training. However, most of that training is classroom-based training. This facility will give us an opportunity to have boots on the ground, hands-on training to improve safety for our work zone workers, for our responders, and all our employees. The combination of technology and training will benefit our workers, our responders, and the motorists at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob. And before I introduce our next speaker, who's been no stranger to RIDC, we've been working with him for literally decades as he brings technologies to life here. I do want to acknowledge a couple other folks. Certainly our elected officials, Senator Stefano and Senator Ward, are here today. I think it's safe to say we wouldn't be here today, and this facility would not be 1.7 million square feet of job creators here without their support. And so we thank them for their support in our endeavor to bring jobs to the Commonwealth. Also, we're very privileged. We have Representative Warren here today from the other side of the state. It was such an exciting announcement, he decided to stop by for that, so we appreciate him joining us today. And then, you know, in addition to the public first responders, the heroes that Bob mentioned, the companies, the private sector that are making the investments to turn these technologies into jobs and products are here with us today. So Argo AI, one of our tenants here, already testing vehicles here on the site. They're here today. We have one of their vehicles right behind me. We also have Locomation, who's working on, that's their big, beautiful truck back there. Again, an autonomous technology company here in our region already creating jobs. They're our customers. And so that's who we're focused on helping make the future happen here. Speaking of making the future happen here, our next speaker is Dr. Rajkumar from Carnegie Mellon University, who is doing that again and again and again to the benefit of all of us here. Please join me in welcoming Raj.
Thank you. Wow, those were very generous words, Don. Thank you so much. I want to take this opportunity to thank PennDOT Secretary Yassmin Gramian and the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission CTO Bob Taylor for their investments in our region, and we look forward to working with them to enable new innovations in transportation while ensuring public safety. In the 1980s, CMU was a birthplace of autonomous vehicle technology and has spun off multiple companies, as Don indicated, that are now beginning to deploy this new technology here in Pittsburgh and around the world. Today, research through CMU's Mobility 21 US DOT National University Transportation Center and Metro 21 Smart Cities Institute, funded by Pittsburgh's Hillman Foundation, are now focusing on how we safely, equitably, and sustainably integrate this new technology into society. Through the recent Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, the federal government is investing in research and testing programs for transportation technology, and PennSTART will lay the foundation, will position our faculty and students to compete in keeping that innovative work here in our region. Working with community college partners in Allegheny and Westmoreland counties, we have the responsibility to educate the workforce at all levels on how to design, build, maintain, and manage this advanced technology to ensure that innovation that was born here in our region continues to grow here and continues to grow the economy in this region. That is why I'm pleased to also be here today with Dr. Don Smith again and Commissioner Sean Curtis. Our partnership with RIDC and Westmoreland County will enable our region to achieve the workforce and economic development potential of this emerging and high-growth industry. We at Carnegie Mellon University look forward to working with our PennSTART partners here today and many others throughout the region to achieve this vision of a safer, more equitable, more sustainable transportation system and ensuring that the autonomous vehicle industry stays and grows in Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Before I introduce our last speaker, I do want to say, you know, some of us are privileged enough we get to stand up here and talk about this today, but the staff people who are working for us behind the scenes really made all of this happen. So I want to acknowledge the staff from RIDC, especially Tim White and Ellie Azell. From CMU, Stan Caldwell and Karen Lightman have been essential partners. Jason and Jim and Anita from Westmoreland, and then all of the folks from the Turnpike Commission and PennDOT. We've had so many partners working hard to make this day a reality, and we really appreciate the work that went into that. And our final speaker is one of those great partners that I talked about, from Westmoreland County, the Chair of the County Commissioners, Sean Curtis.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate everyone coming out on such a beautiful day today. I am Sean Curtis. I'm the chairman of the board of the County Commissioners, as well as chairman of the IDC, Industrial Development Corporation. And I welcome those who have not been here or are not familiar with Westmoreland County. Welcome. This site that we are standing on is a very interesting site when we look back at the history. First, this was a Chrysler facility. Then we had Volkswagen, and then Sony. Those companies have come and gone, but transportation continues to be the very heartbeat of this site since day one. Over the past 10 years, Westmoreland's partnership with the Commonwealth and RIDC has experienced tremendous progress in the redevelopment and repositioning of this building into a modern regional manufacturing asset, but has only benefited by the creative use of the entire 350 acres to ensure maximum economic impact that has been achieved. And today, we have everything from major-based companies like Siemens, Intervella, as you see the signs out front, to cutting-edge technologies such as Argo AI testing in the back of the facility and the innovation of autonomous transportation that will be on this grounds. But we're looking for tomorrow, where tomorrow we'll be partnering with PennDOT and the Turnpike Commission on researching and improving our transportation systems to ensure that the residents and loved ones are safe, whether they're driving a car, using public transportation, or working on the roadsides. The need for the proper training will improve the safety of our roads, our highways. This is paramount, and we welcome this opportunity which is based here in Westmoreland County. Thank you to Secretary Gramian for making a significant capital investment and making sure that the RIDC Westmoreland County site is the epicenter for research and training, but also your investment into safety across the Commonwealth. Once again, thank you for coming, and we couldn't be happier to have everybody here today in Westmoreland County, as this is going to be a major player and a major juggernaut for this county for the future. So thank you.
So that concludes our prepared remarks. I think the speakers will be around for a while. The first responders are here for photo opportunities. Let's celebrate them and what they do for all of us. But thank you again for coming, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.